The World of Art with Paul Crimi. Today we're going to do a floral, and I started off the floral by picking a painting, a photograph that I took years and years ago. And I've already painted this, and I have it here, and I should show it to you maybe. Pull it out, show it to you, but I'm not going to do all of the stuff in the background, the house and in the porch. I'm just going to do the vase. So I've started with the vase by painting the white canvas in the sandy brown. I'm going to put this up so I can keep it as a reference. And after we're done with this painting, I'll show you the one I did with the whole painting, and you can see it as the end. So I've mixed the paint up here with a purple and a brown. So I want this vase to be right here, and I'm going to put it in the center of the painting, and we're just going to put it on. I hope it doesn't run. That's what I'm kind of nervous about. But we're just going to do it. Oh, there we go. That's what I was afraid of. Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. We're going to go down a little more. A vase is a vase. This is a nice color. It's going to really jump out at you. I really like the colors. I like purple. It's a royal color and it's beautiful. Reminds me of Mexico, this color. I've been painting some really funky paintings lately with lots and lots of different things, layers and stuff. I don't know. You get to be as old as I am now. I'm 78, and you get to be 78 and you've done so much of all of the other stuff. So I like to challenge the quality of the work in doing stuff like this as a whole challenge. I love painting. I've always painted. I started painting when I was 5 years old. I went to the museum school when I was 12. So, and I've always liked to challenge myself. So I got my blower. I'm going to dry this. There's all kinds of weird stuff going on in this vase. Love it. It's part of the painting. You know, you don't realize the stuff that goes on when you mix paint and you touch things. I'm going to put a lot of this green stuff hanging down on the vase anyway. I look at this photograph constantly. I have thousands and thousands of photographs that I've taken. I mean, people say, what a great photographer you are, Paul. I don't think I'm a great photographer. I think that I have a good eye. I think your eyes tell you how good you are when it becomes a camera in your hand. So I'm going to put some of the green on this little tray. Hey, this little tray you buy at the dollar store. You get 10 of them for $1. Perfect for mixing paints. Great. I love it. I use them all the time. I buy them by the pack. I go in and I'll buy 10 or 12 packages, and I go through them fastly because I use the paint up so much. Most of the time I would have set up the paint and get going, but today, hey, we're going to do what I do so that you see it and say, wow, why don't I do it like that? Hey, you learn something. You know, Bob Ross had everything set up for himself, and I got a kick out of him. And because I only went to sleep 5 minutes after I started with him, like everybody else out there. But surely was a terrific artist, and may he rest in eternal peace. So I'm going to put 4 different variations of green, put it all over the vase, all the stems, and then we'll put the flowers on. That's how I do it. Everybody has a different way of doing things. And I don't mind what they do or how they do it. And I love some of the work that I see, you know. I like if you come to the studio at 1000 Main Street in Hanson and you walk around, you'll see a lifetime of my work and all of the different variations of the things that I do. I'm going to put this over here. I don't like wibbling walk. All right, so this might be too big. Let me put this down. Find something a little smaller. Yeah, good. So when you do the green leaves, just put it on. Start with the dark and go to the light. Mm-hmm. And don't worry about when you're doing this. Just put it on. Just really just dash it right in. You're going to cover it with the flowers, but you're going to put it in so that it looks like it's from the vase. I'm putting some of the stems in different flowers with the green. So easy. It is easy. You can't let fear get into your heart or into your mind, because it will destroy what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Take yourself seriously, think positively, and I think your paintings will get a lot better. I'm going to make the vase look like it's transparent so you can see through it. All right, now we'll dry this up. I think I got to put some more green on. That's what it's saying to me. When you've painted as many paintings as I have painted in my life, and you're doing them, there's a certain kind of quality about what's going on in your mind and in your painting, and you're looking at it and you're saying, wow, this needs this or this needs that. When that happens, do it, because that's the quality of the work. That's what gives you this beautiful, silent, gorgeous painting, because you've made up your mind to do something that needs to be done, and you do it. So many people, oh, I can't do this, and I can't do that. As soon as you say something like that, you might as well just not even paint. A painter just paints. He doesn't sit there and complain about it. He doesn't say he doubts it. He doesn't feel comfortable with it. That's the devil. I always say, if you want to listen to the devil, you'll never get anything done in your life. I always listen to God, and I sometimes get something right. You know, I don't know if you know, but if you ever go to St. Mary's Church in Hanover, I have done the Stations of the Cross for that church, and then I did a crucifixion when my son had a bad accident and he recovered from it, and I wanted to thank God, so I said, what can I do? And I went to the prayer group, and he said to me one time at the prayer group, you should do a crucifixion. And I said, I don't know how to do a crucifixion. And I did it. Spent 2 years, a long time, 2 years. 700 pounds of copper wire, a lot of work. But it's been up for like 40 years now, maybe longer. Because my son was 9, now he's 56, so figure it out. I mean, I like this the way it looks already, but it's not finished. It's gonna be finished. Different colors make a painting more exciting. Most people are afraid of mixing colors, doing colors. Just throw it on there. And I'm telling you, after a couple of paintings, you're going to say, wow, I learned how to do this. I watched this person do it. Well, that's what it's all about. Bob Ross and his happy little bush and his happy little tree and all that. I listened to a show by him, and he was talking about, he actually practiced his voice so it would be soft and very easy to hear and all that nonsense. I've never done that. I just do it. I just do the work. I call this doing the work. You know, you're just going to keep getting better and better at it, and if people start to see it and they like it, then that's what makes the whole thing work. Okay, now I'm going to take out the colors that I want. Different flowers to be. And when you're picking colors out, they should be harmony with the painting itself. So if you use orange, you should use blue. If you use blue, you should use orange. If you use red, you got to use green. If you use yellow, you got to use purple. This is something you should learn because each color is blessing the color beside it that is it. One color makes the other color more powerful and more beautiful. So it's a simple thing like that. And so I keep saying to people, you just mix up your colors, take it serious. Don't be afraid not to do this and not to do that. And look how many colors are in this thing. There's a whole bunch of whites. White here, white here, white here, white, 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 all the way up. So I'll do the white right across. And then I'll throw in the red, and I'll throw in the red up here, the pink, the orange, the yellow. So I see it all. I see it in the tray, and I do it. I might even put pink in. I think I'm going to do a little bit of pink. Red. So the painting's done before I even do it. I have it all made up from the photograph, and I have it all made up in my mind, and then I just go after it. I didn't think I was going to do the vase like that, but I decided as I was doing it that it worked. And if it works, it'll look really nice. So this is how I work. I look at the different colors. I've been using these little things because they're easy to handle in a big change. But when I really do a big, huge painting, I use the big tubes. And I'm off and running with them. And I go through these little trays like crazy. All right, let's see what we're going to start. I think we'll start with the white. I think I had it in the other tray. Yeah, I did. I'll just come back, swap over. So this white here, you can get a flower. So this one here, so that's where we'll start with. And just dab away. Don't be afraid. Just put it down. You see it all the way up. And you make sure that they're wide enough so you can put a color in the center of them. Flowers are easy to paint. Real easy. They come to life. They're gorgeous. Oh. This one here, really nice, big stems. And that one has a brown stem in the middle. Just dab it in, boom, boom. Oh, God, yeah, boom. We're off and running. And you know something, when you're painting and you're doing a painting like this, you're guiding the eye when it's finished. What's going on? Like this one line of yellow, white flowers, then you do the different one. It's going to pull you up into the painting. There's always a reason why an artist does something, or a vase person that puts the flowers in a vase. They're an artist. They're building a whole situation with the flowers, got them all over the place. It's gorgeous. It's harmony. It's perfect, beautiful. So let's go and see. We're going to do maybe an orange one right here with a little brown. Brown over there, okay. That orange is lighter, but I'm going to do this one this color, and then the next one I'm going to mix it with white and make it a lighter. And so that has a black dot in the center of it. And so I just dap it in here. Nice. And then I take and I dry it. Cool, I love it. Got a nice feeling. I want to put another one up above, but I want to mix it with white. I want to soften the orange to a little different avenue of color. This is how my mind thinks the whole time I'm painting something. Well, what are you going to do next, and how is it going to work? And it always works. So now this is really soft, kind of and we want to put a tiny dab in the center of this. I think we're going to put that on another side too. Let's go like this. Of course, when I'm painting, I'm not talking. You know, I just keep dabbing away, doing one right after the other until I get what I want. So I've got one up here, one here, and I think that I'll put another one somewhere in here, maybe right here. This is how I do a vase, and I keep doing it, and I keep painting, and I keep drying them. They're all going to be covered. So I do one at a time, and I try to keep 5, 3. I try to do a sequence of numbers that have harmony with the painting. Believe it or not. That's like the way the guy does, or the woman does the flowers. They have a certain idea of how many of this and what's that. Same with an artist. So I have this orange, now I'm going to do a blue flower. I'm going to put a blue flower right here. I'm going to put one up here. I'm going to put one over here. That's how my mind is seeing this. I went to move a sink for my wife. My wife bought a sink from a person, and a husband and wife. Oh, weighed a ton. My arms are still sore. You know, even if you're 78, you think you can do it. But holy mackerel, carrying this up the stairs and putting it in the living room. Oh my God. What are you doing here? Let me get this straight. Excuse me for a second, I'll just put this up. Oh, that's not going to work. There you go. So every time the things fall apart like that, it makes it part of the show. You know, you live with it because it's part of what you do. And this TV show requires a lot of patience, a ton of love. So by putting the orange beside the blue and all around the painting like this, it makes that painting jump off because there's a quality in the painting and the colors. Like I said, because there's this constant balancing of the colors in the painting that make it work so much better and so stronger. You know, I've been doing this since I was 5 years old, and I went to the museum school when I was 12 and all that stuff. And every day I do one of these paintings, I learn something. I get so excited. And you might say, they're not really flowers, they're just dabs of paint. Well, maybe if you think that way, then it's what you think. I think they're flowers. You know? That's all I think. I'm looking. So you get an idea of why I have these trays, because everything that I do in this painting requires more paint. The thicker the paint, the better I like it. Some of this paint is real heavy, some of it's not. Somebody gave me some paint like this and it was, fantastic, and somebody gave me some and it was terrible, you know. So you just got to deal with what you want to use and what you do. Some of this paint gets hard, and some of it gets on me. All right, we'll go back to that brush. yellow. The placement of the colors are very important in how it works. Makes a big difference. Okay, there's plenty of yellow now. And I'm going to tell you something very important, to do the little things in the painting. The little things make the painting what it is. And a lot of people try to cut the corners when they try the little things. They don't want to do this and they don't want to do that. That kind of nonsense. You know, it shows up in the work. blue, blue. I'm doing these purple ones because I really like the color, and I think the yellow, you got to go beside the yellow somewhere in there and really make it stick out. All right, so we've got these soft colors. Let's see if we can get a little more brilliancy back into the flowers. So I'm going to start with the red. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you to sleep by not talking for a few minutes there. important that I talk to you because you're picking it up. And you know, you're the artist, so you can make the flowers whatever the way you want to make the flowers, because it's really your imagination that puts this thing together. So don't be afraid to just do what you feel like. You know, if you're going to do it in a way that makes you feel, wow, I just did this gorgeous painting. So I'm going and putting in these to cover up and you are in charge of this particular painting. So just do what you want to do. If you want to color the whole thing with different flowers, do it. You don't have to copy the colors I use. I'm looking at this blue right here. I'm going to put this real super orange up here. Squashing in that gorgeous. Purple. You just keep touching the paint on the flowers. Let's throw some stuff around 1 second. Get this dried up a little, and I'm going to throw in. Good. So they all have leaves, so you gotta throw a little lighter colors in around the darker greens to show off the leaves. Put some more in there. The higher you go, the lighter it should be. God. I'm lightening up the green. I want to make it so you can. Funky little leaves, you know, there's so many flowers that it has a lot of leaves and a lot of stuff floating around. That's what I'm trying to do now, to soften up the whole entire painting. I want to cover in the space, make it tighter and a lot more exciting. I'd like to get back a little. I'm going to step back and take a look. Sometimes I get too close to something and I say, what does it need? Okay, so I'm almost done with this. I just want to do one more thing. I want to make the vase a little softer. It's really super dark sometimes. Just a little change here and there, and it changes the whole entire painting. I like it. So that's a flower painting. I can go back and do a lot of dibbity dips with it and touch it. And it's different than the photo, but it has a nice quietness about it that I like. All right, so we decided to do a painting from a photograph, but the photograph doesn't own the painting owns itself. So when you do a painting, you don't have to copy everything in the photograph. As you paint, you start to do certain things and it starts to change here and there. There's a little more stuff I could do with this, and probably when I let it dry up a little overnight, when I come in on Sunday for a few minutes to take a look. I always love what happens with it when it's completely dry. It changes, it gets more dynamic, and it has a quality that I love. You can see yourself the colors. If you're going to paint something with flowers, make them colorful, give them a life. Make them something that you want to put up in your house or give to somebody as a gift. They'll love it. God bless and good day.